back there and throw the football before the defense has a chance to really make that play. Running the football, it's just, Terrell, if you can break a couple of tackles, go ahead and get us 5. Otherwise, it's almost useless. So I look for him just to throw the football to try to score.
Terrell Davis, nowhere. Could be a yard on the play, and that man, Warren Sapp, was there.
Well, that was a good example. Terrell makes the guy miss, makes a good move, tries to jump over the tackler, and maybe he gained a half a yard. Let's watch it. Warren Sapp was in the backfield. Oh, good job. He tripped him. That's why he jumped. Just rolled right into him to make the tackle.
3rd and 11. 4 wide receivers for the Broncos. And they show blitz. Quick release, incomplete, far side. As the Bucs were coming after Brian Greasy.
They have such an uncanny feel of when to blitz. Greg, you said it. They don't need to do it because they have good people up front. Here comes a blitzer, Lynch, a blitzer. And he comes in free. And it makes the quarterback throw it before he's ready. Really caught the offense off guard again that time.
This will be a 44-yard field goal attempt by Jason Elam. Elam with a long of 50 this season. The kick is up, it's straight enough, and it's long enough. So the Broncos, with their first 3 points on the board here in the second half, have cut the Tampa Bay lead to 3.
Right now, see more trucks than an all-night diner. Join the GMC Summer Convoy. Pickups, SUVs, and family vans. 2 million tons of professional-grade trucks, designed better than they need to be. Like the GMC Sierra, the only half-ton pickup with standard 4-wheel anti-lock disc brakes on all models. Get up to $1,000 cash back on select 1999 Sierras. This is one convoy you don't want passing you by.
Introducing Blue from American Express, a whole new kind of credit card.
Well, I think we're all in agreement here.
Right, and getting all our supplies at Staples will really save us a lot.
You guys that work on the boss's pet project to save the company money? Why? The old man's not in town for days. He has no idea what we're doing. In fact, I'm going to go play another 9 holes right now. What do you think about that?
Well, the Staples idea takes care of my pet project. And Harris, we'll discuss your ideas when I get back.
Staples saves you money on all your supplies. Want great low prices? Staples, plus free delivery.
Ray and Deborah are having a marital meltdown, and you'll never guess why.
Keep telling yourself she's nuts.
Frank, I can see and hear you.
And all new Raymond, CBS Monday.
Phil, Pirates.
Oh, I'm running.
Coming up on the American General postgame show, Jim Craig, Randy Jerry getting you caught up on scores and highlights and a recap of all of today's action in the NFL. It's all coming up on the American General postgame show. The kickoff, Jacquez Green from just shy of the 15-yard line. Outside, 30, 35, penalty marker behind him as he goes out of bounds at about the 44-yard line.
Big penalty again.
It's going to go against Tampa Bay.
That is the worst.
53 on the return team. 10-yard penalty, first down.
That's Shelton Quarles.
You stand on the sideline, the offense is going, oh, yeah. Good field position. We can call anything. We can. Oh, no. Okay. Back it up. I think right now, little momentum switch. Denver's defense, they're fired up. Tampa Bay's offense, coaches, you got to show patience. Don't try to win the game now. Do what you do best, and that's keep it in there, try to run this football and get a first down, and then take your chances.
Dilfer with a fine day throwing the football so far. On the ground, all stop. Bounces off a tackler, breaks free, 30, out to to the 33-yard line and a first down. Those safeties coming up for Denver. This time they couldn't stop it.
Well, you've been running the football hard all game. Watch it up front. What a good job of the center again. Mayberry. Eric Brown tries to get low, but up Mike Allstott, he's built low. He didn't have to bend over to run people over. And that is, again, there was no secret there. 3 people in the backfield, 1 wide receiver split. They really can't throw it. You know they're going to run it, probably to the right, and it still gets big yardage.
First down, Bucks. Give it to Allstott again. And Allstott for about a yard. You know, we're talking with Mike Allstott. He says, you know, the nice thing about this situation for him here in Tampa, he's used exactly the same way he was used in college at Purdue.
Well, that's how you, listen, if you're good enough of a player in this league, they will play to your strength if you can make a difference, and that's why the Buccaneers are doing it.
And Patrick Haight down on his knees, number 82, the third-year tight end out of Alabama.
A lot of times he's the lead blocker for Mike Allstott. And when you're the lead blocker, that means you got to lower that head and shoulders and run into some people.
No timeout on the field stops the clock. 12:46 to play in a game that is still very much in doubt. It's the Bucks by 3.
Welcome to Football Fantasy. Let's meet today's contestant, Chip. It's time to meet your players.
Hey, Chip. Hey, Chippy. Hey there, Chip, buddy.
Okay, Chip, you've got the ball.
Player number 1, what's your idea of fun on a Sunday afternoon?
Wow, that's tough.
I'm going to tote the rock for 300 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Number 2?
I'm going to throw for 406 touchdowns. Just for you, Chip.
Ooh, yeah.
Hey, number 3?
I'm going to order pizza with extra cheese for me and my pal Chip.
Yeah. Funny.
Player number 2, here we go.
Oh, time's up.
I can't decide.
You don't have to. You get NFL Sunday Ticket only on DirecTV. You get to choose the games and players you want to watch all regular season long.
DirecTV, what are you looking at? Now get 3 months of programming free when you get DirecTV.
Sorry. Not enough. No, still short.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down.
Paper or plastic?
Paper.
Make it a Bud Light.
Guys, need a receipt?
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by GMC. Do one thing, do it well. DirecTV, what are you looking at? And by Microsoft, where do you want to go today?
Back in Tampa, Patrick Haight walked off the field. Appears to be okay. Boy, he's been doing a terrific job blocking ahead of Allstott and Warren Dunn. 2nd and 8. And they're going to keep it on the ground. This time it's Warren Dunn. Doran bounces off the tackle and out to about the 39-yard line for a 6-yard pickup. Tanavasa and Traylor on the tackle. Let's go back and take a look at what Mike Allstott's been doing today.
Well, we've said many times, no secret, when you play the Bucs, the big guy is going to come up the middle. And they have seen a lot of the big guy up the middle. And Patrick Haight, number 82. I don't know what's more impressive, Allstott's running or his blocking, which has been tremendous. Another good block. Oh.
Bounces off of Eric Brown there. And one of the things he told us a couple of days ago is that they're going to have to break tackles against the safeties.
I'd say he's done that.
4 wide receivers on 3rd and 3. Dilfer from the shotgun has time. Now runs out of time. Down he goes. Trevor Price. 3rd sack for Price today, and he is still down.
Trevor Price, number 93, working against Paul Gruber. Here he comes. No, it's 98. Circled the wrong guy. Here he comes around. Looks like he lands. Hard to watch what happens.
Hold up. You know, you mentioned before, when Trent Dilfer falls on you, that's no little guy. Royal. Nice kick. Chris Watson at the 22. Penalty marker, which means that he went out of bounds and came back in. I didn't see him signal for a fair catch. Yeah, the officials are talking about it, and Brian Kelly is clapping his hands.
Yes, unsportsmanlike against Tampa Bay. The gunner on the outside, whoever it was, got pushed out of bounds, stayed out of bounds way too long as he ran down the field. You must, as a person on the outside on punch, when you get pushed out of bounds, you've got to make an effort to get right back in immediately, and you're allowed to go down the field to make the tackle.
Meanwhile, number 40, Dale Carter, just gets up off the turf. This has been a physical
There are two
game.
fouls on the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct. On the kicking team, the wide receiver went out of bounds and did not come back into bounds. That penalty by rule is declined. Holding on the return team, number 39. That penalty will be accepted. Receivers will keep the ball. First down, timeout.
Ray Crockett is number 39, and that's the penalty that'll back the Broncos up, but they'll have the ball when we come back to Tampa right after this.
Contrary to some opinion, e-commerce isn't just about selling things. It's about connecting people in business. To their customers, yes, but also to their partners and colleagues, and to anybody else that makes business go. At Microsoft, we've helped thousands of companies build e-commerce solutions easy enough for any business to use. Because if everybody's connected, business works better.
Not a lot of people know what the seal does. I kind of like the idea of that.
You need to get in and, do your job and get out of there not being seen.
No seal gets left behind. Everybody goes home.
You have to be able to persevere and get the job done no matter what. I will not fail.
The kind of people we require, someone who can go hard or go home.
I knew what I came in the Navy to do. I specifically came in to become a Navy SEAL.
Right now, see more trucks than an all-night diner. Join the GMC Summer Convoy. Pickups, SUVs, and family vans. 2 million tons of professional-grade trucks, designed better than they need to be. Like the GMC Sierra, the only half-ton pickup with standard 4-wheel anti-lock disc brakes on all models. Get up to $1,000 cash back on select 1999 Sierras. This is one convoy you don't want passing you by.
Oh, not again.
Brian Kelly, there he is, Tampa Bay, out of bounds. You must come back in as fast as you can. He waits till he gets all the way down there before he can be blocked. And here's the holding penalty. Ray Crockett on Brian Kelly, number 39. Had a hold of the jersey. Tough call, but you got to be careful. You got to remember on special teams, you're so spread out, it's really, really easy to be seen making an infraction against the rules.
Brian Greasy still the quarterback. Straight drop on first down, over the middle pass, incomplete. Rod Smith out of bounds, a couple of yards shy of first down yardage.
Good job by Brian Greasy. First down, play action pass should buy you a little bit of time, and this time it does. Rod Smith comes all the way from the right across the formation underneath to pick up valuable yards, which was very hard to do against the Bucs defense on first down.
Second and a couple. And a couple is about what Terrell Davis picked up before Damian Robinson made the stop.
It is really amazing, Greg. We did so many Bronco games last year. It's hard to believe when you watch them run the football that this is the same team, basically, that it was last year. And Terrell Davis just can't even find a space to get going. And what it does, it compounds itself. Look at those stats. Because now you start second-guessing yourself as a runner. Well, did I pick the wrong hole? Maybe I should wait. Maybe I should do this. Instead of just being instinctive, which he was last year. I saw in the papers, and I know he's just being a good soldier, but he says, I made 6 bad reads last week, and I can't do that. And I don't know if that's true or not. I know you got to take your share of the blame, but even a player to have his success, you start to second-guess what you're doing on the field.
Greasy, Gibbs, and Davis tripped up by number 20, Rondé Barber. Well, you said we saw a lot of these Broncos. We saw them 8 times last year, including the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, they were basically starting to hate us. They were tired of us hanging around.
We saw them so much I did my living room in orange and blue.
Now, they got mad at you because you was always eating all that free food.
I don't think so. Second and 9. And the Tampa crowd starts to get into it. Greasy, quick drop, under the pressure, and throws, and that's Matt Leptis out here, and that'll be another intentional grounding. That's the second time today Greasy has done that. Chidi Ahanatu with all the pressure on Greasy.
Well, that is, anytime you're having trouble moving the ball, when you get a penalty or a situation like this, it just kills drives. Chidi Ahanatu, 72. Oh, no. Matt Leptis goes for the cut, doesn't work.
It'll be a loss of down at the spot of the pass. 3rd down.
That tells me the right tackle, Matt Leptis, thought that Brian Greasy should have gotten rid of the football immediately. Otherwise, you can't cut these good athletes to the line of scrimmage because even when you knock them down, they pop right back up and get in the way of the passer.
So now Greasy looks at 3rd and long. Throws it back across the field. Rod Smith overthrown.
That is the John Elway play.
It'll be 4th down. First of all, let's check in with Jim Nance in New York. Jim.
All right, Greg, the Cleveland Browns are on the board in the end zone for the 2nd time this season. And again, it's the Couch to Kevin Johnson combo. Browns down 7 at Baltimore with 10.5 remaining. Let's go back to Greg and Phil.
All right, Jim, thanks. Tom Ruin to kick from about his own 5-yard line to Jacquez Green. End over end, bounces at midfield. Green gonna let it roll and get the Broncos bounce, and it goes to about the 41-yard line. 38-yard punt. The Bucs looking to put things away when we come back to Tampa right after this.
My brother's son said he had an idea that would make us rich.
That funny-looking kid said that.
Said we can use the internet.
The internet? We ain't selling books, we're selling feed, and we already sell every ranch in the county.
Arlen, you ever been outside the county?
Well? Give me a minute, I'm thinking.
The more you do something, the better you get. State Farm's been settling car insurance claims for over 75 years. Millions of them. We've come up with a system that works so well that more drivers trust State Farm than all those cut-rate insurance companies put together. You're buying into that promise that we're going to be there to take care of you when the claim happens. Every day, State Farm handles over 30,000 claims. It's a practice-makes-perfect thing. That's the reason the competition doesn't stand a chance.
And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Is it me, guys? Or do we really look ridiculous? Man, for free Bud Light, I'm doing 70s night. Right on, brother. Right on.
Shut the door! You're letting in a draft.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
When do I get to tackle you?
Right after.
Now?
No.
Now!
No.
Now!
Now.
Don't miss the kickoff of Work With Me.
Moment's gone.
Premieres CBS Wednesday.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by IBM. Are you ready for e-business? And by 1010-220.
Back at Tampa. 9:29 to play. Trent Dilfer 10-2 since 96 with 20 or less pass attempts. He's 15 of 17 today. And he's going to throw on first down. Pulls it down, scrambles again, finally hits Dunn, who drops it.
Trent Dilfer, well, look, he could be cramping a little. I've watched in the last couple series. He is really making a lot of facial expressions, walking around. He's moved around a lot today, taking a lot of hits. Came into the game, his right shoulder was a little sore. See if we see anything happen. Really, this is managing the game. Didn't take a chance, did the smart thing, get rid of the football short. Don't take a chance throwing into coverage when you're leading with this defense.
2nd and 10. Anybody want to guess Mike Allstott? Allstott. To about the 44-yard line.
Now, I want to say this, though. They're 10-2 when Trent Dilfer's thrown less than 20 times. That says a lot of things, of course. He's been efficient when they're throwing a few times like that. The defense is playing really well, and, of course, they're ahead. And all those things have kind of come in play today for this Tampa Bay team. Probably the biggest surprise is to me that they haven't been a little more successful throwing the ball with their play-action passes down the field.
Mike Allstott has chalked up his 3rd career 100-yard game. Clock continues to move, 8:40 to play in regulation. Dilfer pulls it down again, and he goes down. And Neil Smith with number 101 of his career.
Hey, the crowd's booing. Neil Smith, you kept working. Really good coverage down the field. Again, a good play by the quarterback. The field position doesn't hurt. Look at the rush up front. Neil Smith just keeps working, raises his hand. Nowhere to go. Trent Dilfer trying to make the play. Sack doesn't hurt him.
Royals kicks to Watson. Watson from the 19. Up the sideline. Running room, and the punter, Royals, knocks him out of bounds at midfield. 45-yard kick, 31-yard return. This gives us the moment to tell you next Saturday on the Home Depot College Football, you'll see Sean Alexander and Alabama match up against Steve Spurrier's Florida Gators. It all begins with Volkswagen College Football today, next Saturday on CBS Sports. You know, before the Kansas City game last week, Bill Romanowski said, our defense has to start making some big plays. They have sacked Tampa Bay quarterback Trent Dilfer 7 times today.
They're covering Tampa Bay wide receivers down the field that just cannot shake loose away from the secondary.
Davis. Little bit of running room. Across midfield to about the 47-yard line. Let's check in with Bonnie Bernstein. Bonnie?
All right, Greg, Trent Dilfer came to the sideline very fired up, yelling at everybody on the sideline, and Tony Mayberry, their center, said, you know what, calm down, calm down. Everything's going to be all right. Mayberry's one of the calming effects down here on the sideline, Greg.
Well, you know, that's good, because I tell you what, I know he's frustrated because he's played well, and there are, believe me, when I can see all the receivers from this vantage point, they are not even close to being open.
Reese gives it to Davis. Davis with a first down across the 40 to about the 38-yard line of Tampa Bay.
Well, we've seen 2 successful runs by Denver's offense. That's the first time we saw the pitch of Terrell Davis. Haven't seen that play all year. It's been a while. Terrell Davis catch it, look for the open hole, let it back, get some positive yards.
Blitz. Greasy throws outside, incomplete, intended for Shannon Sharp.
Well, I tell you, there's so many good players on the field, but John Lynch, that time, timed the blitz real well. And what I like about Tampa Bay's secondary, when they blitz, if somebody comes up to block them, they don't care. They just keep coming. And what they do, they try to run you over and get in the face of the quarterback, and it works. That time, Brian Greasy threw an incompletion just because John Lynch ran through Terrell Davis to make the quarterback get rid of it.
Greasy has completed just one of his last 6 pass attempts. This is Terrell Davis. Can't break away on the outside. Ahanotu for the tackle.
Chidi Ahanotu, number 72. You talk about what makes defenses special, and well, I guess you can tell by the way I talk, I like this defense. Watching from the backside, you don't block the defensive end because you know what? Well, he can't catch it from behind. Guess again. That is talent, determination.
The Broncos have been miserable on 3rd down conversions today. Greasy, wait, over the middle, incomplete. Pass appeared to be deflected at the offensive line. And it's 4th down.
This might be a spot where I don't know if you go for it or you try to kick a really long field goal. Derek Brooks, number 55, stops the completion because there was a receiver open down the field.
On 4th down, Tom Ruin comes in.
Mike Shanahan says no to a 52 to 53-yard field goal. He's going to play that his defense can stop him.
Now a little delay on the field.
Tampa Bay might have called a timeout. I'm not sure.
Okay, there's Ed McCaffrey, who has missed the last 2 series. He was hit in the head. He wants to return to the game. The trainers are still trying to decide whether he should come back or not.
What they're saying, the Broncos ran their punt team on really late. It fooled the Buccaneers. You can't do that. So they gave them time to adjust and bring their punt return team on.
Ruin puts it up high.
Good punt.
They'll let it bounce to 10. And it'll be down at about the 8 or 9 yard line. So the Bucs will start deep, 26 yards. You know, there's another thing that's Nate Wayne, who is down at about the 10-yard line. Said it before, said it again. This has been a physical ball game.
Oh, I'll tell you, it's Greg. I look forward to this game for quite a while, and I know you've heard me say it a few times. I wanted to check this Buccaneer defense out for real, in person, watch it practice, see it on film, and wasn't disappointed. And I thought they'd really be challenged today by Denver, who knows how to do a lot of creative formation, give you looks you're not ready for. The Buccaneers defense has adjusted, reacted, and done very well.
While we have a moment, let's remind you, coming up tonight on 60 Minutes, according to the man he chose to write his biography, Ronald Reagan was both an old, spaced-out man and a great president. Find out more on 60 Minutes. Then it's the powerful season premiere of Touched by an Angel, followed by the CBS Sunday movie A Song from the Heart, starring 5-time Grammy winner Amy Grant and Keith Carradine. That's all tonight here on CBS. Well, Nate Wayne leaves the field slowly while Trent Dilfer confers on the sideline.
Well, I tell you, you're talking about having your patience tested, the coaching staff and Trent Dilfer. You know what? You got to keep playing the way you have. Trent Dilfer, you can't take that chance. You're one mistake away from losing this game.
Now, here's Mike Shanahan exercising a little faith in his defense rather than try a 53-yard field goal and give perhaps the Bucs some field position at midfield. They pushed them back.
That's right. Well, this is why maybe he punted, Greg, the last 3 possessions. 4 plays, 8 plays, 9 plays. Well, that looks good, but the one thing to tell it, they have gotten a first down. So I don't know which penalty he's complaining about, but
well, the conversation continues between referee Bill Carollo and,
you know, I'll say this about, I know Bill Carollo. He was out in the field many times when I was a player. Very patient. Listens to you, or he acts like he's listening to you. I don't know which, but look at him. He's standing there nice and calm. Let Mike Shanahan have his words, and then go out and call the game.
Well, Mike Shanahan, desperately does not want to go 0-3. You and I
Well,
talked about this before. When you start to lose games at the beginning of the season, you begin to wonder. You and your teammates begin to go, well, when is that first win going to come around?
Oh, listen, that happens after week 1. If you lose the first 2, we're the worst team in history of the National Football League. That's what you feel like. And I'll tell you, it really does pressure you. And no matter what we all say, and pressure's good, no, it doesn't. It makes you a little apprehensive sometimes. What you're calling, what you're doing, what you've done in the past has made you successful.
This is only the second time in 30 years that the Broncos have been 0-2. From deep in his own territory, the handoff done outside. 15, penalty marker flies across the 20 to the 23-yard line. Bert Emanuel threw a block out there that sprang Warwick Dunn. Let's see if it was an illegal block. It was.
Now, if he was an offensive lineman, he'd be allowed to do that. But when you're outside, you cannot.
Illegal block in the back. Number 87, offense. Half the distance to the goal. He paid first down.
Watch Ray Crockett diagnoses the run and flies in there. And it's easy for me to say now, but if Bert Emanuel wouldn't even have touched him, Ray Crockett wouldn't have laid a hand on Warwick Dunn anyway. But you don't know that. You react, do what's natural as an athlete. That's block the guy in front of you.
I like your courage.
What's that?
Saying, okay. Coming up on 5.5 minutes to play. First and 14. Allstott dips outside, can't shake a tackler. Dale Carter in for the stop.
Now, how big of a penalty was that? The Buccaneers had a big first down out in the middle of the field. Now they're really backed up, and you think the Broncos are not playing run now. Look at that. They have about 3 extra guys up there that cannot be blocked. And Dale Carter, excellent coverage guy down the field, but not afraid to stick his nose in there and make a tackle either.
And we have another player down on the field, and it's number 59, Glenn Cadrez, middle linebacker who has been moved to the outside in the wake of the John Mobley injury. Mobley tearing an ACL last week at Kansas City, moved from the middle to the outside and was replaced in the middle by the rookie Al Wilson.
Physical football game. It's hot. You've been out there a long time in this defense. That's a lot of tough things going against you if you play defense for the Denver Broncos.
Well, that's Eric Zier. Will he replace Trent Dilfer? We know Dilfer's been in some pain. Let's take another look.
Cadrez, and that's what happened. Gets hit in the helmet by his own man again. I think just about every time we've seen somebody hurt today, it's because one of the defensive players runs into their own teammates.
I remember back in the 70s and early 80s, Doug Plank playing for the Chicago Bears. They had to tell him to ease up in practice because he was just putting his guys out left and right.
You know what? Let's see. Buddy Ryan was the defensive coordinator probably back then. Yeah, I could understand that.
You bet. Nate Wayne goes in to replace Glenn Cadrez. 2nd and 15. Allstott across the 5 to about the 6-yard line. A pickup of just 2. Clock continues to move. 4:45 to play. Glenn Cadrez on the sideline. And Denver calls timeout to stop the clock with 4:45 to play. That's how far Tony Dungy and the Bucs are away from a 3-point win. That's a lot of time on the clock.
We asked the tough fans of the St. Paul Saints to test the new Norelco Quadra Action Razor for 21 days. But when they tried it, they started to like this advanced new Norelco, with slots to cut the long hairs and holes that get the short stubble. They got a quick, close shave without the nicks and cuts of a blade. By the end, these fans had fans of their own. The new Quadra Action Razor. Try it for 21 days. It's guaranteed or your money back. Norelco. Put it to the test.
Mike Shanahan perhaps seeing a little light at the end of the tunnel here. 13-10. 3rd and long for the Bucs. Does Tony Dungy and Trent Dilfer throw it out of the end zone?
Oh, I think they have to. If you punt the ball, look at 3rd downs, but if you punt it from here, the Broncos are almost going to be in field position immediately.
Going to run it. Allstott out to the 9, came close to breaking that for first down yardage. Pick up a 4 on the play. The fans don't like it.
Well, that was, even for the Buccaneers, I think that was a pretty conservative offensive series.
Keith Traylor and Eric Brown in on the tackle.
Sorry, Greg, but I mean, that is really putting the pressure on your defense.
A little pressure on Mark Royals here. Eric Brown, 18 tackles today.
Oh, my gosh.
Good kick. Chris Watson. Low on the 43. Oh, what a great special teams play by John McLaughlin again. A one-man gang prevents that good field position we talked about the Broncos gaining.
That was huge. And this is a couple times today we've seen this big man come down the field. Boy, they say first man down, just run as fast as you can and make the punt returner or kick returner dodge you, let everybody else come. Well, Watson couldn't even dodge him.
John McLaughlin, 6'4", 247-pound rookie out of California. Tampa Bay's 5th-round draft choice. Rod Smith, Chris Doring, the wide receivers. First down, Broncos from their own 42, Greasy to throw. Time, throws it this side, complete, across the 40 to about the 41 is Howard Griffith.
Well, Greg, I know we said it a few times today. Tampa Bay, I mean, still, they've dominated so much of the game, but look at the score. And again, that's what's going to happen a lot to you.
Jason Elam may come down to him tying the game. Ed McCaffrey back into the lineup for the Broncos. Greasy throws far side. Shannon Sharp out to the 45. Pick up about 3 on the play. Derek Brooks was there. You know, we saw Derek Brooks on film. We watched him in practice, and you said it. This guy is as fast as anybody on the field.
He gets out of position so many times and is able to correct where he's gotten out of position, and not only just make the play, make it for no gain. Well, he's good.
Broncos just 1 out of 10 on 3rd down. They look at 3rd and 6. Greasy lost the football. Picked it up, and now he's hit before he can reach the 45-yard line, and the Broncos will have to kick. Chidi Ahanatu with the big pressure.
Boy, good pressure. Hardy Nickerson, number 56, comes in. He starts it. Oh, he just runs over the blocker and makes Greasy fumble. Watch. Oh, no, I'll take that back. It's Terrell Davis trying to pick up the blitzer who knocks the ball out of the hands of Brian Greasy.
And now Mike Shanahan, looking like thoughts of going for it, has a timeout with 2:39 on the clock.
Now, you're talking about how a coach, you got to react under pressure. Mike Shanahan had to make a decision right there. Do we punt it and we have to hold them to no first downs? If they make a first down, the game is over. Or do we go for it on 4th and 8 yards? What do you do? And it looks like he's going to decide. Well, he's already decided. Now you have to go for it. And they're discussing what play they're going to run over there. They're talking about it. Gary Kubiak.
Word we get from the Denver sideline is Glenn Cadrez has suffered a pinched nerve in his shoulder, and he will not return today.
Well, you know, Greg, a lot of times these situations and these calls, you really get in those where the game, you go, how can the coach make a call like that? It's just so much pressure. Well, they really kind of pre-plan some of these situations. They know that if this happens, I get in this situation. Instead of sitting there thinking about it, they mark it on their call sheet, and they got something special for these type of situations.
And now the Bucs want a timeout. Number 25, Brian Kelly, was waving desperately at the official before the snap of the ball. while we have a moment, next Sunday, the NFL on CBS has a big-time doubleheader. In the early game, many of you will see the Jaguars at the Steelers. Some areas will see the Ravens and the Falcons. In the late game, most of you will see these Broncos hosting the Jets at Mile High Stadium. Phil and I will be there. We ask you to check your local listings, beginning with Jim Nance, Randy Cross, Craig James, and Jerry Glanville on the NFL Today.
Hey, am I seeing things, or did Jerry Glanville grow?
Well, we're all growing, guys.
Well, no, but he's too old to grow. Look at him here in this promo, and then watch this one, the one we're showing now. Woo! See, you know what it is?
Spinach?
No. Jerry Glanville always thought he was a big deal. I guess he really is now. I want to know the secret because I want to get a little taller. All right.
4th and 8. From the shotgun, Greasy throws this side complete. That's short of the first down. Shannon Sharp brought down by Derek Brooks. Boy, did Derek Brooks close in a hurry.
Greg, and this is why do you have such a good defense? 4th and 8. Don't blitz them. Here's the first down line. Watch the linebackers. Watch them drop back. They know where that first down line is. They get right to it, keep the receivers in front, let him catch it, drive on him. Well, that's really knowing your personnel. The players know how, even on defense, you got to know how to manage the game. Good job by the Buccaneers.
Now, here's the problem facing the Denver Broncos. They're facing an offense with a terrific ground game. You know Tony Dungy's going to try and run out the clock. The Broncos with 1 timeout remaining. 2:33 to play. Bucks with 140 yards on the ground to just 53 for Denver. Warwick done. Pickup of about 2 on the play. And Denver stops the clock with 2:26 to play. That is their last timeout.
So Denver can get the ball back with about a minute remaining. The 2-minute warning will stop the clock.
Those of you who have been watching Carolina and Cincinnati, we welcome you to Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Greg Gumbel, Phil Simms, Bonnie Bernstein, the Panthers knocking off the Bengals 27-3. It has been a solid performance by Tony Dungy and his Tampa Bay Bucks, who lead at 13-10 with 2:26 to play here in the 4th quarter. The ground game has been awesome. Trent Dilfer,
I tell you,
has not thrown often, but he's thrown well.
You know, the tension of the game, the way it's been played, so much pressure put on both teams' defense.
2nd and 7. The Broncos are out of timeouts. Alstott, big hole up the middle. First down yardage continues, and he lost the football. The Broncos fall on the ball deep in their own territory. Ray Crockett comes up with it.
That is some play by Ray Crockett knocking the ball out. No, Nate Wayne, number 54, knocks it out, and then Ray Crockett hustling down makes the recovery. Look, the game is over. It's over. Nate Wayne punches it out, and then Ray Crockett. Watch Nate Wayne, number 54, grab him, punch it. Well, it's going to be a good shot here. You can see the punch from behind.
So they're out of timeout. The Broncos take over first down, their own 15-yard line, 2:15 to play. Greasy from the shotgun. And down he goes. Chidi Ahanotu.
What a game run by Warren Sapp and Chidi Ahanotu. They call this a PE game. I'm not real positive because of my defensive terminology. But Warren Sapp went this way. Watch Ahanotu come around real quick. Here he comes. And just the speed and being the athlete he is, runs through there before they can adjust and make the block.
2 minutes to play in Raymond James Stadium. The Buccaneers smelling victory, and their fans are smelling right along with them.
In sports, official
What's up, Glow Boy? You need to make a call. You don't need any change. Just dial 1-800-COLLECT. Yeah, 1-800-COLLECT. You can save $1 or $2. Go ahead, try it. Don't mention it. Just tell all your buddies. Tourists. 1-800-COLLECT. Save $1 or $2.
If you don't get AC Delco brand name parts, you'd better get a good brand name shoe. AC Delco. If you're not asking for it, you're asking for it.
No matter what kind of car or truck that comes into my shop, there's one brand of automotive parts I can depend on. AC Delco. If you're not asking for it, you're asking for it.
I like to think of myself as an innovator who started a company, Dell Computer, around an idea that everybody should be doing business directly with one another, one-to-one, with no barriers. To me, that's the power of the internet. We'd like to show you how to empower your business in ways you'd never imagined. I'm Michael Dell, and it's our reason for being.
Be direct. Dell. Dell servers use Intel Pentium 3 processors.
Your car breaks down.
What if I take a ride?
Your wife vanishes. How far would you go to get her back? Breakdown, CBS Wednesday.
2 minutes to play. Brian Greasy in the unenviable position of having to come up with a big play in front of a noisy crowd.
Noisy crowd backed up against the end zone. Second and about 20. First-year quarterback, tough.
Over the middle, Shannon Sharp. And Sharp out to about the 11. Pickup of 6 on the play. And the clock continues to move. Denver is out of timeouts. This is a big, big play. 3rd and 13. Greasy steps up over the middle. Incomplete, intended for Rod Smith.
I tell you, Craig, this Tampa Bay defense just called upon so many times today to win the game, and every time they have answered the call.
Those of you who watched the Ravens beat the Browns 17-10, welcome to Tampa, everyone. Greg Gumbel, Phil Simms, Bonnie Bernstein. The Broncos looking at 4th and 13 from their own 12-yard line. They are out of timeouts. They need a first down to keep any hopes alive. Greasy on the rollout. Looks, throws. It is incomplete. It falls harmlessly to the ground, and the Bucs will take over.
Well, about the only thing you can do on 4th and 14. Brian Greasy had to buy himself a little extra time, and it was probably good that he gets pressured because it makes him step up or move out of the pocket and lets his receivers work to get open down the field. The receiver is open because the quarterback is on the run, moving to his right, so much to go. Defender in the way, cannot make the throw.
Denver cannot stop the clock.
Well, Greg, we heard it. We saw the emotion from the Buccaneers. We saw it at the practice Friday. We heard it from the players and the coaches. And also, yesterday, we heard from the Denver Broncos some of their desperation.
Clock continues to move, coming up on 1:15. The American General post-game show comes your way. Once we wind down here, Jim Craig, Randy, and Jerry back at our NFL Today studio in New York with scores and highlights.
Well, I heard Jerry Glanville saying in the pregame show, talking about this Bucs defense. I couldn't quite understand everything he was saying, but I know one thing. He underestimated it. It's better in person when you really come down here and look at it. It is something special for the National Football League.
An 0-3 start by the Denver Broncos is the worst start ever by a Super Bowl champion in a non-strike year.
Glad you clarified that.
I believe the worst start by a Super Bowl champion was in 1987 when the New York Giants began 0-5.
Oh, you just had to throw that in there, didn't you?
Just part of history. Folks can look it up if they want.
Really, just an old-fashioned game. Well, now we're going to put it on the graphic. Boy, my guys, thank you, boys. Thank you. All the things I asked for during the game, I can't get them, but what a terrific football game. Physical. Tampa Bay won the physical battle. They deserve to win the game.
Trent Dilfer, Terrell Davis meeting at midfield. 5 seconds remaining. This game is all over, and what a terrific win for these Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Once again, our final score, Tampa Bay 13 and Denver 10. We invite you to stay tuned for the American General post-game show. All the guys in our studios back in New York with scores and highlights. So, for Phil Simms and Bonnie Bernstein, I'm Greg Gumbel. Thanks for being with us so long from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. You've been watching the NFL on CBS.
Hope you enjoyed the game.
Sanders will never be 100% again, but Deion Sanders at 90% to me is still the best cover corner in football, and maybe the most dominant defensive player in all of football. And what he does, he's going to take the right side of the field. And you can just see in practice, everything he does, he looks excellent to me. But you can just feel that the whole defense has a heck of a lot more confidence than they did before, because what they can do on a running down, they can put Darren Woodson up there, you know, and have 8 men in the box because of Deion. On a passing down, they can rotate away from him. They can double away from him. They can do a lot of things with Deion that they can never even think of doing without Deion. And then you say, well, how about the rest of the part? And you think of, as a punt returner, he's the best in all football. And the thing that does to the opponent, they're always thinking field position. We need another first down because we're going to have to punt to Deion. We need this. And you can just see when you go to practice, you can just see the confidence, not only of Deion Sanders, but of the whole team and the punt return team. In fact, he made him a deal this year. He says, if we score on punt return 4 touchdowns, I'll buy you all Rolexes. So what their war cry today is 4 for the row. But Deion Sanders makes a big difference in this team.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. And let me coattail on something that Coach was saying in terms of the opponents. Deion's confidence, talking about Jake Plummer. Bluster, or was he, in fact, being very honest?
Yeah, I think he was being very honest, and it's ironic, JB. In the last 20 years, the 2 most dominant people I've seen in my sport, in professional football, have been Bo Jackson and Deion Sanders. Both of them just physically a step above the best of the best.
All right, folks, don't drive off just yet, because we'll be back here at Texas Stadium with some final thoughts. But first, the Minnesota Vikings drove off with the Porsche longest drive of the week that last Sunday in their loss to Green Bay. More on the Cardinals and Cowboys coming up here from Texas Stadium after this.
Is that what I think it is? But it's just a...
Try it.
Incredible. The wireless internet right here in my hand. News, sports, even Yahoo, all on Sprint PCS. And the calls?
Clear digital calls. Nothing else has changed.
Do you think they're ready?
Some are. Others will follow.
Introducing the Sprint PCS wireless web.